flimsy it is, like feel it, compared to like up here, right? But it's, yeah, quite flimsy in there.
With it cracking, it sounds like it's about to break.
Yeah, so you can imagine if you have a noseband on a horse. So I'll grab a... Okay, so what we've got here is a double bridle, a very dirty double bridle. So if we think about how this goes on the horse, if you want to, it's very old and dirty. Okay. So we put the reins here. Now this is too small for this horse, but
You've got to put stuff in it.
yeah, when we put that on, right, it's on this bone here.
Sounds like you're going to break something. Are you breaking
Yeah.
something? Okay.
So you can see, as it's done up, it sits on this bone. So we really don't, well, I don't really like nosebands. Even if they're loose, they can still, you know, do things. So you think about it, this horse has to have a tongue in here as well, a thick tongue, right? And those bits, and the band then holding the mouth shut. And they can only breathe through their nose. So if that band is constricting any part of their nostrils, you don't, you know, it's not right. It's not okay. So have a look at the reins when I use them. So if you want to, what I think I might do, I might prop her up like this. Just check that everyone can see that still. Okay, so we're propping her up, right? And what the people online might not be able to see is that when I lift these reins quite hard with a skull, when I lift these reins, it lifts the bit in the mouth. Can you see that? So imagine if I did that. Look what happens. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's chipping the teeth, exactly. So we really don't want to be using the reins in a harsh manner at all, because that's how, you know, we damage our horses, and then they don't want to be around us, or they don't want to be ridden, or they don't want to have, have things to do with us. So then we move her around this way. So now you can look in the front. And now I'm going to freak everybody out. Yeah. Now I'm going to freak everybody out.
Pull a tooth out.
And I'm going to take the top of the head off.
That's terrible.
Okay. So now we have a top jaw and we have a bottom jaw behind it. So if we have a look inside at the teeth, right, you can see the molars are here. Now these molars can get, if they don't get a dentist, can get quite sharp, and see how they're convoluted. So food can get stuck in these little bits. Can you see them? food can get stuck in these little bits and then start to cause decay. Same on the inside. So the idea behind getting a dentist for a horse is to make sure all of those teeth remain functional. It's like when we have a really sharp tooth in our mouth, it hurts. We run our tongue on it all the time. So horses that are really like, their tongue moves a lot in their mouth, that's exactly why, because, you know, they're probably feeling a rough patch on their tooth. So let's look a little bit further into the skull. So these are their eye sockets here, which you can't see. So this is an eye socket. And this is then where their ears start to come up, and you won't be able to see it, start to come up through here, right? Now, I want you to look again at, this is the bottom jaw of the horse, right? Look how far back their teeth go. So we've got the front teeth here, right? And then we have this gap, and this is where we put the bit. It's like almost perfectly made for it, and these are called the bars, okay? And then if you look at how far back the teeth are, also in relation to the nasal cavity. So we'll pop this back on, and if you have a look at where the nasal cavity comes in and up through here, so if they are having issues with a bit, they're having issues with bridling, they don't want you near their head, you've got to check out their teeth, because what if they have an infection here that's going into their sinus cavity and they're having a whole lot of issues. So we really need to be more aware of horses' teeth and how they function and actually what they do. So you can see these bottom teeth here. Have a look at this. This is interesting. I haven't seen this before. So when you put the top on, we're looking here, right? Okay. Now I want you to see on the inside of these teeth, there is a groove where those long upper teeth, upper molars, have ground away on the edges there. You can see there's an actual ridge there where those upper molars have constantly gone crunch, 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 and more than likely food has then gotten stuck. So we don't necessarily have toothpicks for horses or dental floss for horses, because if you look at it from the top, you know, there isn't that much of a gap, but you may still be able to get some things, but it's dangerous to go into a horse's mouth, because you can imagine the weight of their head coming down on your finger is going to be exceptionally like hurting to your fingers. So there you go. Let's we're going to stop there. Or you're going to excavate it?
Yeah.
We're going to stop there because that's just a little run over of the horse skull, and we say a lot of thanks to not only my students who gave me this skull, but and my students who are here today, but also to the horse that unfortunately passed away, and I managed to get this skull to be able to teach the next generation. So thank you and have a good day. Bye.